Gaffer, obviously Tamworth up tomorrow. You've had Tamworth a few times over the last couple of years. What can we expect from tomorrow's challenge?
Yeah, I've had some real good meetings and battles with them, especially with Andy, their manager as well, who's done a fantastic job. Couple of promotions in a few years. I thought they were outstanding last year in the National League. So he's done a fantastic job. So we know it's going to be a really tough game, especially at their place. Obviously very direct, obviously set pieces, land on second balls, good in wide areas. But a lot of what we're going to face in the league, there's a lot of teams obviously in the league that we're going to face with that in terms of especially set pieces, first contact, second ball. So it's a great game for us. I'm really looking forward to a good test tomorrow.
Obviously, you were really impressed midweek with the performance. How important is it to keep that on and make it just not a one-off?
Yeah, absolutely. I think I was more impressed than pleased with the performance after last Saturday, obviously. But I thought first half, we were fantastic off the ball, but I thought we were miles better on it. There's a lot more of a bit of a structure about us in possession. We created chances, we looked dangerous at set pieces. We limited them to very little. The only time they really kind of hurt us was when we gave the ball away and put ourselves under pressure. So I was really pleased in terms of that. How we've been against obviously two tough League One teams, good off the ball, and then we've improved from the Huddersfield game on the ball against Bolton. So obviously we're still looking at that. We've got three sort of National League teams in a week. So expectations are a little bit higher than say we're playing Huddersfield or Bolton. So we're looking forward to see us again improve on the ball, our structure on the ball. But we know we're going to be tested off it in terms of what I've just said. How Tamworth playing, they will put you under pressure. They're really really good at it. So I'm really looking forward to sort of both aspects of the game tomorrow.
And like you said, it's a very different challenge to anyone we've had. So how good is it for you guys as the coaches again to be analysing this different side of the game?
Yeah, absolutely. I listened to obviously Schumacher's comments the other night in terms of at Bolton. We were a different test to what they played for everyone else, and we're exactly the same. We've faced different challenges throughout pre-season. Obviously, even just this week, you go to Lancaster and you go to Bolton, completely different styles. Then we'll go again tomorrow, and even next week you're looking at the Rochdale game, who are completely the opposite, sort of different to Tamworth, who are obviously. So it's great in terms of formations we're playing against as well. Different formations, different sort of structures, different way of playing, and we're going to need to be adaptable within the league. So it's fantastic for us. We have to sort of adapt as well. Do we have to change shape? Do we press a certain way in different games? So it's all great learning. The sort of difference in games we're facing is really really good. And like I said, I'm really looking forward to different test to what we had the other night tomorrow.
And of course, some very exciting news to come out of here today. Yesterday, Regan Booty joining the club. How impressed are you to get him in the club?
Yeah, I'm really pleased, especially because I being in the National League the last couple of years, he has been the standout midfielder. Probably look at Hartigan at Barnet. I think Regan's been one of the best midfielders in that league, and I think he transforms the way we play a little bit. Obviously, we lost Dino in sort of through the summer, so he's kind of that replacement in terms of really good on the ball, fantastic in tight areas, but his progressive passing going forward, getting forward players, strikers, wing backs, etc. On the ball further up the pitch. His assist last year. In a team that probably struggled a little bit, so to get the number of assists he made, that can only be better for us. I know people have talked about, obviously we still need a couple of strikers. We know that in terms of forward players. I think when they're saying we've got a lot of midfielders, if they watched us last season, they'd have seen where midfielders were actually playing and how many midfielders we need in that squad. So he adds to that in terms of. We've got 3 or 4 sort of actual midfielders in there. So there'll be one good competition in there. It gives us a variation of I wasn't quite sure of the sort of relationships we've had so far. So we adds another sort of string to our bow in terms of that. Obviously, I like the way we kind of played last week in terms of with the 2 strikers or the 9 and the 10, and then obviously you got your 3 midfielders in there. And we'll have different variations. It will be changing again tomorrow. So as we go into the league, like I keep saying, we have to be very adaptable. We have to play a certain way at times against different opposition. And Regan massively helps. I'm really excited with the signing. As soon as I heard that it was gettable, I jumped all over it. I thank the owners and obviously and Woodsy, etc., to get the deal over the line. And even in training today, he just shows the quality that he's got. He's a great lad, and he adds a really good player to the group.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose it must say a lot about where the club is right now to attract a player of his quality. Like you say, an excellent season last year, season 4 as well, 2 really strong years. We wouldn't have been the only club having ours in him.
Yeah, absolutely. I know obviously they rejected bids or agreed bids sort of last January for him. There's obviously clubs been chasing him through the summer. We're lucky enough to sort of get a deal over the line, which is great. And I think one of the biggest things, I listened to his interview yesterday. I thought he spoke really, really well, but he was desperate to come here and play. I think that's the big thing for us. Every player that we've wanted in the building, like I keep saying, it's not they've ended up here. They want to be here. They're ambitious. They want to progress their own careers. They want to help us building and for us to progress as a football club as well. And he was exactly the same. He was desperate to come here. Even sort of money wise, I know you don't want to talk about that, but to get the deal done, he would be taking less money, etc., just to try and get the deal over the line. And that just speaks volumes that we've got someone who's desperate to come here, who's ambitious to do well. He's a fantastic lad that'll fit right into the group.
Thank you very much.
Top man, thanks mate.